My name is Emma Carter. 5 years ago, I thought I had found the kind of love that you only hear about in stories. I met Daniel Blake on a rainy afternoon at a coffee shop downtown. He had knocked over my coffee with his laptop bag, apologized 100 times, and then bought me another cup. It sounds cliche, but sometimes the beginning feels like fate. We laughed about it, exchanged numbers, and from that moment, Daniel became a part of my everyday. Our life together looked perfect from the outside. Every Saturday, we visited the farmer's market on Main Street. He would pick out fresh strawberries because he knew they were my favorite. We spent lazy Sundays wrapped in blankets, watching movies we had seen 100 times. Birthdays were celebrated with road trips, anniversaries with handwritten letters. I trusted him with every part of me. But real love is not just about the big gestures, it's about the small things. And when those small things started to shift, I noticed. The missed calls, the late nights at work, the way he smiled at his phone when he thought I wasn't looking. Still, love makes you blind, or maybe it just makes you hopeful against all reason. One night last October, Daniel came home later than usual. He was tired, distracted, barely present. After dinner, he left his phone charging on the kitchen counter while he showered. I was clearing plates when it buzzed. I told myself not to look, that trusting someone means giving them privacy. But my heart was already racing before I even picked it up. A message preview from Ava flashed on the screen. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow? Love you?" My hands were shaking as I unlocked the phone. Every thread of trust unraveled with every word I read. There were hundreds of messages between them, spanning months. Photos, plans, dreams that didn't include me. The worst part wasn't the betrayal itself. It was realizing how easily he lived a double life. While I was picking strawberries with him on Saturdays, he was promising someone else a future. When Daniel walked into the room, hair damp from the shower, towel slung over his shoulder, he must have seen my face. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply asked, "Who is Ava?" He opened his mouth, but no words came out, only the kind of silence that fills a room with more weight than any screaming ever could. Finally, after a long pause, he whispered, "It's not what you think." A lie so small, so pathetic that it almost made me laugh. But I didn't. I just handed him his phone and walked past him. I spent the rest of the night packing a single bag. I didn't know where I would go. I just knew I couldn't stay. I took what mattered most, my journal, the photo of us from Charleston, and the necklace my mother gave me when I turned 21. Things that reminded me who I was before Daniel. I slept in my car that night in a gas station parking lot 20 miles away. I stared at the ceiling, trying to piece together every moment we shared and wondering how much of it had been a lie. Had he ever loved me? Or had he just loved the way I loved him? In the days that followed, Daniel called, he texted, he showed up at my work with flowers. Each time he had a different excuse, a different version of the story. But none of it mattered anymore. Once trust is broken, even the most beautiful words fall flat. I moved into a small apartment across town, a third-floor walk-up with peeling paint and creaky floors. It wasn't much, but it was mine. I started therapy. I reconnected with friends I had slowly drifted from while living in Daniel's world. I found pieces of myself in old hobbies, painting, running, reading novels late into the night. The healing wasn't linear. Some mornings I woke up feeling free. Others, the weight of betrayal sat heavy on my chest, making it hard to breathe. There were nights I missed him so much it felt like physical pain. But little by little, I stitched myself back together.